Tav X Hebrews, purity and becoming one. This probably gonna be one of the shortest live streams. I'm not gonna keep you long, Hebrew. But y'all know we always gotta give it a few minutes to see if any brews gonna come up in here. Hit that like button on your way in the door. Just wanted to talk to y'all for a few minutes, give you a little heads up. And by the way, this video should be considered a audio only recording. I repeat, this video should be considered a audio only recording. Hit that like button on your way in the door, Hebrew. Just gonna talk to you for a few minutes, for a few ticks. Can you understand me, Hebrew? We usually give it about 10 minutes, but today we're just gonna give it about 5 or 6 minutes. And then I'm gonna rap to y'all for a few minutes, and then I'm gonna let you carry on with your evening, Hebrew. Told you this was gonna be one of the shortest live streams of all times, dare I say. October 1st. I don't know. Maybe some of you have already heard about this. Maybe you haven't. Port workers strike. October the 1st. Could affect your everyday life. As if it wasn't enough things to worry about already, Hebrew. If it ain't one thing, it's another. It's always something, man. Always something, Hebrew. But on October 1st, the longshoremen, people who work the ports, they are getting ready, they are prepared, and they are getting ready to go on strike because they are fighting for another contract, fighting for more money and more benefits, and they're fighting for job security. So because of that, come October 1st, they will be going on strike if their demands are not met beforehand. Now, I know somebody out there might be saying, you're asking yourself right now, Mr. Real Talk, what that got to do with me? Why are you talking to me about port workers, longshoremen who are getting ready to go on strike October the 1st? What does that have to do with you? I know that's what somebody out there is definitely asking. You would think, well, I'm not even going to say that no more because we all know that the mainstream news has been completely corrupted. But I was going to say, you would think that the news would be covering this more. But the news, the mainstream news is barely mentioning this. And at this point, I'm not even surprised because this whole entire world, particularly this whole entire country, has been compromised in every way from the top to the bottom. So I'm not surprised that the so-called media is not talking about this. But October 1st is in, let me see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6 days away. Now, it's allegedly, ain't no allegedly, what they're going to do in 6 days is all these port workers, hundreds of thousands of them, if I'm not mistaken, port workers all up and down the East Coast are going to go on strike on October the 1st, and they're not going to have the ports open. That means anything that's out there is just going to be stuck out there. And think about that, y'all. These ports are bringing in like a million containers per month. Now you imagine that something goes on to disrupt that. A million containers a month. And some of these workers are already saying for every week that strike goes on, that's going to put them at a 4 to 6 week backlog. So once they go on strike October 1st, whatever kind of supply and demand is going on throughout America, and it's a lot of supply and demand, once October the 1st comes, they go on strike. For every week that they're out, that's a 4 to 6 week delay. So you think about that, okay? When you think about all of the things that we import into this country, as if we didn't have enough things to worry about, Hebrew. Do you see this? The Most High is making this nation weak. He's making this nation susceptible. Do you guys see it? Do you remember back in 2020, Hebrews? I know some of y'all remember in 2020 how crazy this world got. You remember during one part of the 2020 when the pandemic was at a great height, when all of those shipping containers got stuck out there at sea. It was out there for months. Do you remember what happened in the grocery stores and all other kind of stores, particularly grocery stores. And I remember when this stuff was going on, when all hell was breaking loose, most people lost their jobs, and I did too. But I had two jobs, and my grocery store was my part-time job, right? So, and it was overnight, so I was allowed to be out on the streets. It was so bad, especially in DC. Nobody wasn't allowed to be outside during this pandemic time unless you had to show that you were going to work or coming home from work. That's how it was, y'all. And I remember in the grocery store, way before any of that stuff happened, right? Some guys would, they know how I get down. I would be trying to tell brothers about what was going on, about the scriptures, about how we in the end days, about how one day you're gonna come and you're gonna go look high and low, and you're not gonna be able to find no food for whatever reason. The shelves gonna be empty, right? I used to tell guys this all the time at my old job. This was before the pandemic kicked in, and I never forget it. One night when that shit kicked in, and it was going nationwide, particularly in DC where I was at, I walked in the grocery store, went to work, and I was like, yo, ain't nothing to do because it ain't no food in here. The shelves were butt ball naked. Do you hear me? And one of my coworkers already knew how I was going to go. Soon as he saw me, he was like, hey, yo, Mr. Real Talk, I'm not trying to hear that Bible stuff, dog. That's how he greeted me when I came into work one night at the height of the pandemic in the grocery store where I worked, and the shelves were butt naked. Nothing was on the shelves. And I remember looking at them shelves, all the sections, it was nothing there. And nothing was on the way either. I was like, yo, tell me this ain't the end times. You tell me this ain't the Most High grabbing the world's attention. And as soon as I walked through the door, the first thing one of the niggas said, hey, Mr. Real Talk, I ain't trying to hear none of that Bible stuff, man. He said, man, I've been thinking about you all day. I was like, man, I know as soon as that nigga come to work tonight, he gonna start with that Bible stuff. I didn't even have to say nothing. It was plain to see what was going on in a grocery store, and it wasn't no groceries in there, hardly nothing. I'm telling you, it was definitely a sight to see. Definitely a sight to see. And if anybody on here, if you go subscribe to my backup channel, Dry Bones Resurrection, I think I still got a video or two, a short video clip or two, going through the grocery store and how the shelves were completely naked. People was bugging out, panicking, wouldn't allow no more than a certain amount of people in the store. Y'all remember how crazy stuff got nationwide at the height of the pandemic, y'all. And one of the things that caused that was the ports and stuff. But back then it had something to do with Corona and some other stuff. While it was a freeze on all the ports. But whatever it is, it don't even matter what causes the ports to be closed. The point is that they close. And the point is, on October the 1st, if an agreement is not reached between the port workers and the people who they're dealing with, they're going to go on strike in 6 days. And when they do that, every single metal container containing items, they will just be sitting out there in the ocean. And they will not be being picked up or dropped off. No motion. It's just going to stop. So, Hebrew, and when all hell is breaking loose, there's nothing that you can do to stop this, right? But you can always do what you can do to help yourself be better prepared. So, maybe we know that they're going on strike on the 1st, which will be next Tuesday. So how about when Monday rolls around, which will be the 30th of September, why don't you go, if you have a car, fill your gas tank up if you got a car. If you need some groceries, you might want to go hit the grocery store on the 30th of September. And, just be really conscious of that. Not telling you that to make you afraid, but I want you to know what's going on. And remember now, For every single week that they're on strike, that's a 4 to 6 week delay. So look at all the things that's going on right now. Do you know how much we survive off of imports? If those imports don't come in, not only does it destroy the economy further, but it also that's like a war tactic, because it affects you all across the board, whether it's the industrial industry, the mechanical industry, the produce industry, the grocery industry, the automotive industry, the fashion. Like, it literally affects everything all across the board. And now you're probably going to start seeing more banks shut down. I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but around the world, I forgot what other country that was the other day, like 40 banks just closed, went out of business. And when that happens, you're not getting your money. The bank just gonna close, and that's that. We living in them times, Hebrew. We are living in some we living in some very, very high octane times, Hebrew. Can't make this up. So just know that going forward, until this strike thing is settled, if you order something right now, unless it's like a two-day delivery or overnight or something within a couple of days, if you're ordering something and you thinking it's going to take like 2 weeks, you might want to add another 4 to 6 weeks to that. 4 to 6 weeks to that, depending on what you're getting, where you're getting it from. This could pose a serious problem, and combine that with all of the instability that we have already. And you don't know what the Most High got planned. The Most High could say, you know what, we're going to make these guys strike for a couple of weeks, a couple of months. I mean, just think about it. Now, it might only last a couple of days, or it might only last one day. I don't know. Or it could last a whole month. I don't know. It'll last however long the Most High wants it to last. When the Most High comes to punish you, he'll do it until he says he's had enough, or until he says you've had enough. Either way, when the Most High makes up his mind that he's going to do something, you're not going to stop him. And he has many ways. Exodus 15:3, I believe. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. The Most High got many tactics. Just like people having war in World War I and World War II. People would say, well, nobody wants to have a world war. Well, that's where you're wrong. Some people do want that. And one thing for sure, the Most High wants it, because he's going to use war to cleanse this earth and destroy this earth. Exodus 15:3. Yahweh is a man of war. Yahweh is his name. Just like we didn't know how long the pandemic was going to be at its height. And it doesn't matter whether you want to say it was natural or man-made. It doesn't matter. The point is, it was a lethal weapon. And we all know who creates lethal weapons, who creates good and who creates evil. It's Yahweh who does all these things. So when you know that, you ahead of the ball game, brother and sister. Nobody knows how long this strike is going to last. I'm just saying, look at all of the things that are going on in this country. The Most High knows how to take a kingdom apart, piece by piece, brick by brick. He will take your kingdom down. That's what we watching right now. Everything we watching going on in America right now is weakening America. It's weakening the daughter of Babylon, as it was designed to. The Most High's had it up to here with the daughter of Babylon. And she is falling. She has fallen. And it's the Most High who's done this. Imagine what he got in store next. You got tens of millions of illegal alien invaders. So the killers is on deck already. And they're already putting in massive work. I don't know where you Hebrews been living at. Maybe you've been living under a rock. You're living in denial. But these illegal aliens are a problem out here. They're terrorists, killers, and rapists, and future and current crime committers, savages. Hazelwood says, "Hello, family. I just saw that about the port strike today. Ecuador is in fire too. Ecuador is on fire too." Say what? I ain't hear nothing about the Ecuador on fire. I'm gonna have to go check that out once I get off this live, Sister Hazel Woods. Do y'all see the judgment of the Most High breaking out worldwide, y'all? And I'm telling you, it's so many reasons for the Most High to destroy the daughter of Babylon. It's so many reasons for the Most High to destroy the country of Ecuador. You know how much all these places have done, all the harm that these places have done to the Israelites, y'all? Ecuador included. And shout out to all the niggas down there in Ecuador. Shout out to all the Israelites down there in Ecuador, surrounded by them heathens down there. You think we don't know how y'all treating our brothers over there in Ecuador? And the Most High is going to punish y'all over there too. Because let's just get one thing straight. The real Ecuadorians are Negroes. Let's get that straight. Okay? These people masquerading today, so-called Ecuadorians, most of those people, I believe, are from Esau. And that's why they got that foul spirit on them, okay? For the most part, those people are Edomites. Remember, Esau spread his seed worldwide and over all nations to do all kind of diabolical things and to sow discord, y'all. Yeah. A lot of those lands belong to black people, not just North America, but Central America, South America, all those places that are overrun with invaders now, conquistadors and all that stuff. We know who y'all are. Y'all not the real South Americans. You're not the real Central Americans down in Guatemala and Ecuador. Those people they show us now, those people who are like lighter than white, Ricky Ricardo looking kind of guys, those guys are not the real Ecuadorians. They're not the real Guatemalans. The real Guatemalans are Negroes. See, y'all wondering how I know that, right? Not all of black people are dumb and stupid no more. We are waking up. And when you serve the Most High and Him only, the Most High will turn you into a baby genius out here. And that is a fact. The Most High God makes the Israelites smart. And He makes us more smarter than everybody else out there. Okay? Hazelwood says they hybrids. That's right. All facts, Hazelwoods. All facts. And y'all always try to hide the real people, okay? But that foolishness ain't working no more. We on to your little schemes. We on to your little schemes out there. We see what y'all doing. Shout out to the 12 tribes of Israel who've been scattered into all nations. Yeah. Shout out to my Israelite brothers down there in Ecuador, in Honduras. Shout out to the Israelites over in Mexico. Just like they won't tell y'all that the real Mexicans are Negro. The real Spanish people are niggas. Negro, the house of David. Yeah, we waking up. The Most High is the one waking us up. We could not have done this by ourselves. We're not that smart. We're not that smart, but we do have the blessings of the Most High following us around. Yep. That's the only way we was able to wake up out of our idolatry and repent. And that's why the Most High is showing us signs and wonders, and He's letting us know that He's hearing our prayers, and He working this thing right on out, y'all. Like the Christians say, won't He do it? Ain't that's what the Christians say? But I really thought that I should bring this to y'all brothers and sisters, because this October 1st thing, it could get it could be any little thing at this point to be the straw that breaks the camel's back, y'all. The daughter of Babylon is already sitting in the dust. Many of you just, for whatever reason, many of you just have not acknowledged that yet. Maybe some of you actually don't see it. But either way, it's all over. It's already over. But many of you, I don't know what it's going to take for you to get it. Maybe the deeper we slide down this rabbit hole of destruction, you'll start to get it. King David says Tav X and big facts. Just like Aztecs, they love claiming when the real ones was American Negro us. Say it again, King David. Say it again, King David. And that makes people so angry. That makes people so angry and pissed off. It's no way that they ever thought that we would snap out of it and start to remember this stuff, y'all. And the proof has been there all along, y'all. The proof has been there all along. But it wasn't time for us to wake up at beforehand. Now it is. Now that it is time for us to wake up, there's nothing that can be done to stop this great awakening, Hebrews. This thing is happening worldwide. And they can't stop it. And it scares the hell out of them, y'all. Because they know what's getting ready to happen next. Hazel Woods says, what about this hurricane? They think it's going to be really bad. Whoa, Hazel, I didn't even hear about no hurricane. Where's this hurricane supposed to be at? Where's this hurricane supposed to be, and when is this hurricane supposed to be? I haven't heard anything about that, Sister Hazel. King David says, we won the ones that made the tacos and etc. I told one boy they got mad. Uh-huh. That's all facts, King David. I tried to tell my pops the other day. I was like, Pops, you know they really did a number on us, talking to my dad, right? I said, Pops, they make you think that when you want to go eat tacos and stuff, that you are eating somebody else's culture. I said, when in reality, them tacos and the beans and rice and all that, that is Negro culture. And they stole it from us. And they did just like they do everything else, y'all. These heathens are not that creative. They're thieves. They were criminals back then, and they're criminals today. Anytime you want to talk about eating a burrito or a taco or any of that stuff, that is Aboriginal American culture. That's North American Indian culture. That's real Aztec culture, real Mexican culture. And all of those are Negroes. Negro. Negro is Spanish for black. And it's also the last name of the house of David. In the building, it's a known fact. If you're walking around calling yourself a Negro, it's not just the color black, it's also the last name. That's a family last name. Do your homework, Hebrew, and research. You're going to find out if you are a Negro. Spanish for black. You are descended from the house of David. The Negroes are the house of David. I can't make this up, y'all. King David says it's going to crack hard around the election when it's about to settle. And y'all, you can all feel it too. You can feel and smell the smoke of beef in the air. You can smell it, y'all. And you know we heading to a place closer we get to election time. Hazelwood says West Florida hit tomorrow. Wow. You know what? I'm going to definitely have to keep my eye out on that one, Sister Hazelwoods. And I remember one time I was in Florida. This was a couple of years ago. Matter of fact, this was right before the pandemic. I went to Florida, right? And we was getting up out of there. It was our last day in Florida. And we just made it out of there in time before this vicious tornado or hurricane, whatever, was coming through Florida. And as we was leaving, that tornado or hurricane, whatever, was coming in. But being down there right before that hurricane touched, we were still there. So we watching all the local news and stuff at the hotel. I was like, wow, I had never been at a place watching the local news telling me that I better get ready because I might get killed. I was like, whoa, this is some other stuff. Y'all know we from DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia. So being down there in Florida right when a vicious hurricane was coming and seeing how scared people was, we was like, hey, yo, good thing we leaving. I mean, it was like living inside of a movie. Hazelwood says, I love Mexican food. And I got to thinking that was our food because those hybrids replaced us. They stole everything from us. Exactly, Hazelwoods. Exactly. So next time when you start thinking about you want some Mexican food, Mexican Indian, North American Indian, that's you. That's your food. They stole our shit, y'all. Again. Anytime you want to be thinking about beans and rice and cheese and all this kind of stuff, tacos and stuff, they got you thinking that that's some kind of Spanish custom that they invented. Now, it's a Spanish custom, but what they forgot to tell you was you are the real Spanish people. You are the real Hispanic people. You're the real Mexicans. You're the real Aztecs, the Mayans. That's you. North American Indian, that is you. You're the real Indians. Negro. Oh my goodness. And they got us good, y'all, with all the lies, though. So you remember that. Next time you want to be out there eating corn on the cob, talking about the Native Indians, which you're no Native Indian. You are a North American Indian. You're an Aboriginal Indian. You're a Negro Indian. You Mexican American Indian, you. Oh my goodness. Next time you want to go and you want to get yourself some beans and rice, you want to make some tortillas, you just remember they stole your identity just like the Ish people did. Stole everything about you and then took on your ways and pretended to be you. That's the same thing all these $5 Indians did, y'all. Oh, the jig is up. We know who we are now. All down in Guatemala, all down in Honduras. Yeah, down in Cuba too. The real Cubans are Negro. You think we don't know that? But they're gonna show you these people who look white and not even quite white, but like something else. They're gonna show you these people and tell you, oh, these are the Cubans, these are the Mexicans. Hell no. And the last 10 years or so, it's been so-called Afro-Mexicans coming down out of the mountains in Mexico. And these hybrids down in Mexico looking at these niggas like, yo, where'd y'all come from? And the niggas is looking at them like, yo, what the hell you talking about? We been here. Been here before you. And you got the nerve to look at us and ask us where we coming from. Mexico was trying to hide it and trying to deny it. All the niggas that live in Mexico. And they didn't come in slavery. Born and raised there. Niggas. Because Mexico is really America. And you the real American. You the real American Indian, y'all. You the real Mexican American Indian. That's all you. The Seminole Indian nigga, that's you. The Gullah, the Geechee, that is you. They've been lying to us, y'all. But the jig is up. They stole everything from us. Hazelwood says, looking to be a cat 4 or 5. So the weather says, woo. Looking to be a category 4 or 5, so the weather says. I will definitely have my eye on that in Florida tomorrow. J.I. Meadow says, thumbs up, people. What's up, brother J.I.? King David says, that's the strongest thing the Most High made besides fire is water. Water is so strong, it took many lives. Got water that literally pull you down immediately. You jump in 100 feet deep, that look calm on top of. Yeah, that's a scary thing right there. Talk about the fear of the Lord. King David says, why I don't mess with open water until the Most High give us the power to swim in the strong water without being tired and breathe it in like he promised, like he said. We can't take full damage no matter how high or get burned. That's the power of the Most High in us. That's superpowers. People think it's a joke or myth made by many cultures. Yeah, you're right. A lot of people think this stuff is a myth, think it's a joke. But when that day actually rolls around, and as the old people used to say, when the rubber meets the road, we gonna see who gets to have the last laugh. And one thing I know for sure, everybody who worships the Most High and Him only alone, we will have the last laugh. We will have the last laugh. And we're going to get to see the fall of all of our enemies. The ultimate fall. That fall where it ain't no coming back from. We're going to have front row seats to it. See, this is something the Most High is too grand to conceal him. At some point, everything created by the Most High is going to see the Most High. We're going to, it's going to be one heck of a moment. It's going to be one heck of a moment where there is nowhere to hide for anybody, any of us, myself included. And like the whole planet before the Most High, the righteous as well as the wicked. And then Most High willing, if we are a part of that righteous remnant, we will witness the total destruction of our enemies all at once. Hebrew, can you imagine? Can you imagine? You can only imagine the feeling of that day. Because all of your troubles, all of your problems will be over once and for all. King David says, why they make them shows like Naruto and etc. of them gaining energy to do things. Those are just stolen things from the Torah about us, the righteous ones. But the New Testament took it too with the 144 BS. You know what, King David? You're right. And what I'm seeing is everybody has stolen from us, from our heritage, because the Torah is our heritage, just like what you said. And all nations have bitten off a piece of our heritage. They've taken it, turned some of them into myths, turned some of them into idols. They've done all kind of things with our heritage. They spoiled us with our own heritage, made us forget everything, y'all. We forgot that we are the real Mexicans. We forgot that we are the real El Salvadorians. Not these guys you see out here now who are looking lighter than the lightest light. Those are the hijackers, the invaders. It's crazy what they've done. Hazelwood says, read Jasher 54. It shows Judah and his brothers had superhuman powers. Oh, shucks. Hey, good looking Hazelwoods. Hey, y'all, that's why I always tell y'all, in case y'all don't know, Hazel Woods is one of them ones, y'all. Hazel Woods is one of them ones. Y'all, you know how they say, give people their flowers while they alive? That's why I got to give Sister Hazel Woods her flowers while she is alive. Hazel Woods she's a dynamic Hebrew Israelite. That's all I can say. She got a wonderful spirit on her. She has a very knowledgeable spirit on her, a very humble, meek, and discerning spirit on her. Like I said, she one of them ones. Hazel Woods is one of them ones. She one of them ones. Look, now I know nobody knows everything, right? But she one of them ones. I would just say, not to say that I'm somebody, right? Because I'm not. But I'm saying, if somebody was like, hey, show me an example of somebody you should aspire to be someone like. Show me somebody who you would say is on the right path. Do what they doing or follow their example. I would say Hazel Woods. Like I said, she one of them ones. I can definitely see the Most High is with her. He's working with her. He's using her, doing whatever he does with her. I can see it. I can feel it. I can sense it. And I just want to give you, Hazel Woods, I want to give you your flowers while you're here. I love you, sis. And you are amazing. Since you showed up on this channel, I actually feel like I've been knowing you my whole life, Hazel Woods. And you always putting dynamite comments on the videos, whether it's the live or the upload or whatever. You just you're a real pleasure to know and a pleasure to be around. I thank the Most High He allowed me to meet you. Thanks for being here, Hazel Woods. You one of them ones. If I had a little sound effect board, I would do the round of applause right now. And look, Most High willing at some point, y'all. Most High willing at some point. I don't know when, but if possible, I'm gonna get me one of them soundboards. Get me one of them setups. I probably have to get a computer and everything. Probably have to get a laptop or something and get me one of them soundboards. Most High willing. Get me one of them soundboards, y'all, and I probably have y'all cracking up so hard you be laughing over here. But I would definitely like to get my hands on that, and it would be a booster. And Most High willing, at some point that'll go down. You feel me? Hazel Woods again says, read Jasher 54. It shows Judah and his brothers had superhuman powers. Not surprising why they say, we don't accept the book of Jasher. That's not canonized. I'm sure it's not. But when did the Most High give a heathen the right to canonize something? You heathens got no say-so in what we get to read anymore. Once again, Hazelwood says, read Jasher 54. It shows Judah and his brothers had superhuman powers. We them X-Men, y'all. For real, for real. And I'm going to read that very soon. Jasher 54. You're looking, Hazel. King David says facts. Just like we called the Most High and the idol worshippers at one point made Zeus the Most High, they do all means to twist us from our Creator and make their own. They got to pay. All facts, King David, and pay they will. King David says, I'm going to have to read that. That's dope and more proof I can add. Exactly. I'm definitely going to go read Jasher 54 chapter. And you know what? We might have to read that within the next, between now and the weekend, family. Between now and the weekend, we're going to come on here and we're going to read Jasher 54. We're going to read it together. We're going to read it together, y'all. Between now and the weekend. Hazelwood says, thank you. And I love you too, brother. Much love, Sister Hazelwood. You are welcome. You are welcome. You a warrior too. You one of them warriors for the Most High. I can feel your spirit, Hazelwoods. You one of them. That's it. You one of them ones. You one of them ones. But you guys, be ready. Be ready, okay? And I'm not saying this to try to make anybody afraid. I love y'all. So it's my job to let my brothers and sisters know what I see. And I see that on October the 1st, they're going to be striking up and down the eastern seaboard. All of the port workers. And it's thousands and thousands and thousands of these workers. They're going to be lots and lots and lots and lots of metal containers that never get to make it to their destination. And it's going to be held up however long they decide to strike. And one of those workers said for every week that they're on strike, that will be a 4 to 6 week delay for whatever you got coming on those containers. And there's a whole lot of different things to be on those containers, y'all. Like food, produce, grocery, fashion, mechanical things, industrial things, all kind of things, you guys, to help destroy the supply and demand chain, and also to destroy the economy, and also to make things more expensive. How much more expensive would you think it would be for a carton of eggs or a box of Frosted Flakes when there's a shortage on Frosted Flakes. When they're used to having 5,000 boxes of Frosted Flakes, now they only got 500 boxes of Frosted Flakes. Guess what? Price is gonna go way up, Hebrew. I'm just saying, these are things to think about. Same thing with gas and oil. You think it's not all kind of stuff like related to gas on some of these containers? These containers are very big. They have all kind of stuff in there, Hebrew. That's why I'm telling you, if you can, on the 30th or the last day of this month, if you have a car, just go ahead and fill your gas tank up if you can, because the gas is probably going to go up. I'm just saying, you think prices are outrageous now? What will happen if this strike lingers on? Will they go on strike on a linger strike? And will the Most High allow something even worse to happen while they're on strike? Like maybe another pandemic, or maybe violence will break out, something to compound all the things that are going on. I hope you guys see the Most High setting this place up. King David says, yeah. And on that October 1st, I seen it cause a lot even job wise. Cause a lot even job wise. Yeah. Hell yeah. It's gonna take away a lot of jobs, y'all. Hey, do y'all see what's going on? This is creating the perfect shitstorm, Hebrew, for all hell to break loose. All hell is already breaking loose. But many of you guys, you just don't see it. Even though all these things keep on happening every single day, the Most High is taking this place apart brick by brick. And he's been doing it since 2020. You remember 1619, 2019 is 400 years. The Most High said, he didn't say you was going to come out right after that. Just like in the old days, he wore the Egyptians down and then you came out. The Most High said after the 400 years, then he's going to start to judge the nations. And their judgment, he started judging those nations in 2020. And he hasn't stopped. Here we are in 2024, getting ready to roll into 2025, and the Most High is still at it. That nation that you served for from 1619 to 2019, the Most High is taking them apart brick by brick. That's what he's doing. You were not going to get delivered in one night. He wears them down first, and then he delivers the final blow, which causes them to cry and to wail and to moan. King David says, so that means people like me who work at a warehouse, who rely on them. Last time like COVID hit, it was crazy. We had trains sitting with food. It was crazy. That's what I'm talking about. This is the kind of stuff that's popping off right now, along with all of this illegal alien invasion. Take that with being on the brink of World War III with Russia and all the other nations. Take also the diabolical election that we coming up on, all the crazy treachery and debauchery that's going on in the world, in America. The Most High's got his hand all over the judgment button. He's pressing the judgment button, y'all. Taking this place apart brick by brick. And you guys, if any of you can join me tomorrow, I will be doing a day fast. That means that once the sun raises up tomorrow, I won't be eating or drinking until the sun goes down tomorrow. No eating or drinking during the daylight hours tomorrow. If you would join your brother, please join me. And let's pray to the Most High that he forgives us for all our sins, that he has mercy on us, that he guides us and protects us through these diabolical times. That's what we're going to be doing tomorrow, y'all. I would love for any of you to join me if you can. You know, all it needs is one other person worshiping the Most High only, singing little songs in your heart throughout the day, praying to the Most High back and forth all day throughout the day. No eating and drinking, and just focus on praying and repenting and turning from our wicked ways. Oh, yeah, we headed in the right direction, too. Ask the Most High, y'all, for them signs and wonders, great and small. He will do it, y'all. He will protect us, y'all. Even though the world will break out into all chaos and all hell breaking loose everywhere around us, he will protect us, y'all. But we got to do our part, family. Repent every single day. Ditch all of the idols. King David says, and yeah, it's going worse. Like the Most High said, it ain't getting better. We about to be free soon. Not setting no dates. It could be 2 years next year, but we in the last quarter. No draw or OT. The Most High got a big lead. You ain't lying. Got a big lead for that. You ain't lying, King David. This will not be a tie. We ain't going into no overtime. Absolutely not. And this ain't getting no better, y'all. Since 2020, the Most High has been turning up the heat. And now you're just seeing it. It's getting worse and worse and worse and worse. But he said that was going to happen after 400 years, y'all. We've been in many different captivities, okay? Many different captivities. But this particular one, after the 1619 to 2019, after the 400 years, he was going to start to judge them. And he's doing it. He's been doing it ever since. And to everybody who thought that the April 8th solar eclipse didn't mean anything, thought it was just a meaningless omen, thought it was a meaningless sign, huh? Well, look at what's going on now. Look at the state that the whole world is in. Look at the state of America. America has become much more worse off since April the 8th. There go your sign and wonder right there. And all of you naysayers out there, you was looking for some kind of big bang on April the 8th. A lot of y'all couldn't wait to make a video on April the 9th. See, ain't nothing happened. Told y'all nothing wasn't going to happen. Look at America now. And that was a Tav X over America with that X marks the spot. Look at America now for all of you naysayers out there who couldn't wait to come on YouTube and say, see, told y'all nothing wasn't going to happen. All of you naysayers, all of you bump the signs, Negroes. Where you at now? Told you. Many of us, we didn't have to see a big bang on April the 8th to know that it was a lot of things going on April the 8th. And I told you, I'll tell you now, like I told you then, before April the 8th, I told you, once April the 8th hits, all bets are off. And just look at where we at right now. All hell breaking loose in America. America is much worse off. Excuse me. America is much, much worse now than it was on April the 8th. King David said, serious time to be the Most High and respect your people. Had to drop a video on that. Still got those who disrespecting and starting drama for no reason. Claiming to be Torah only out of pride and ego going hurt. You know what? There's a lot of wicked brothers and sisters claiming to be so-called Torah only. It's ridiculous, yeah. We definitely know there's a lot of foul spirits in Israel, and a lot of them is Old Testament only Hebrews. That's the sad part about it. Some of these Old Testament only Hebrews got a real foul spirit on them. Super foul. Super corrupt. Claiming that they represent the Most High though, but super corrupt, super evil and hateful toward their brothers. And always disrespecting and trying to cause drama. It's a lot of people like that in the Torah only community. They love drama and they're extremely disrespectful. But the Most High has a way of dealing with all evil, foul spirits like that. I'm not going to hold you guys too long. I just wanted to give you a heads up to let you know in 6 days they're going to be going on strike. So, to different people, that could affect different things depending on where you live in the country, how you live, the kind of products that you buy, the kind of job that you have. Like, this thing can really affect every sect of society because we import so much of our things in America, mostly imports. So when them containers get stuck out there at sea, like I said, that affected me too. When I used to work in that grocery store, we really felt it. We really felt it. King David says, best to be prepared. Exactly. So for all of y'all Hebrews out there, all the ones of you who do have automobiles, the 30th of this month or the last of September, if you can, fill up your gas tank if you can. Go get yourself some extra groceries if you can. Because, depending on where you grocery shop at, depending on what kind of job you have, depending on maybe if you got a side hustle, you might work for yourself, you need certain products for your business. All of these things taken into consideration, you could have a problem purchasing regular everyday items that you usually have no problem purchasing, like gas, food, clothing, and any other thing that I neglected to mention. And we don't know how long this strike will be, so just be mindful of that, Hebrews. It's so much going on. Now I'm getting ready to let you guys go. And also I want to say, subscribe to my backup channel called Dry Bones Resurrection. Also, I want to give a warning to any of you out there who may have stumbled across this channel. I know you guys know, but sometimes we got new people that come over here, you guys, and they don't know these things. So I'm giving you a warning, Hebrew. We get ready to be in the month of October. All of these Gentiles have wicked holidays and pagan festivals. Halloween is coming up next month. Halloween is a very wicked, diabolical, satanic ritual. Okay? You better not be out here celebrating Halloween. You better not be out here engaging in that satanic activity. America is under heavy judgment from the Lord of hosts. America is under heavy judgment from the Lord of hosts. King David says, yeah, I sub to it. Bet. Good looking, brother King David. Melissa Israel says, greetings, fam. Just getting back from dinner with my Yah only Hebrew sister. She and I meet up often to talk about Yah. Have a safe and blessed night, all. Y'all have a blessed night too, Melissa Israel. Be safe out there in these streets. And that's right. All of us, something that we want to do, y'all. Malachi 3:16. We want to be talking about the Most High and talking about Him often. Because that's what it said. It said the people who feared the Most High and spoke often about Him one to another. And it says that the Most High hearkened and that He heard it. And that a book was written before Him for those that fear Him. That's why I'm always coming on here, y'all. That's why we always going live, so that we can talk often. Often about what? Often about who? We talk about the Most High and Him only. We're not over here talking often about Christ. We're not over here talking often about Yeshua or Yahweh or Bahashem and all this other nonsense. We only talk often about Yahweh, Yahuwah, Yah, the mighty one of Jacob, the holy one of Israel, the God of Daniel, the God of Moses. You guys know exactly who we're talking about. That's who we talk about, and we talk about him often. Family, I wish that I didn't have to go into slavery at all, ever, and that I could just do videos for a living. If there was a way I could actually make money off of this and just do videos for a living, I could do this every single day. Every single video doesn't have to be a Bible lesson or a Bible study. Sometimes we just need to hook up and just congregate, just talk, just chop it up. Remember, this is a family over here. We can do whatever together, y'all. And of course, we do a lot of reading, we do a lot of studying. But sometimes we can just show up just to shoot the breeze, just to say what's up. King David says, if it was possible, we can talk for hours on this, but we in slavery have to work so on school, looking over our shoulders and so on, but soon we will. Facts, King David. Facts. Because look, sometimes I be telling y'all, I ain't gonna keep y'all long. I ain't gonna keep y'all long. And we still to be on here for an hour, hour and 30 minutes, right? Imagine if time was not an object. Imagine if I didn't have slavery I had to go to. Y'all, some of these videos probably would be 3, 4, 5 hours long, y'all. But because like King David says, we got work, we got slavery, school, and all kind of other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we got stuff that breaks us away from what we would really rather be doing. Family, I would really rather be hanging out with y'all online like this for hours. And even if it was possible, I wish that all of us could link up at a physical place and hang out. That would be the ultimate dream right there. And hang out with y'all, break bread with y'all, chop it up. And I don't know, Hebrews, maybe, just maybe, I don't know, because the world is getting so crazy now with all the crazy stuff that's going on in America. I don't know if we would have a chance to link up physically. If it's possible, though, I would love to. I would love to have us pick a place, set up a place somewhere in America where we all can meet up for like a weekend. Like, I guess maybe like Friday and Saturday. We could disperse Saturday night or Sunday morning, whatever. I would love to be able to do that. But there's so much going on in America. I don't know. Maybe it will be possible. Maybe it's not. But if it is possible, I would definitely love to do that. I would love to hang out with all of y'all in the physical realm, under the same roof at the same time. Hazel Woods says, this is the only way I can talk about the Most High with you guys. Don't have anybody around me that knows him. Damn. Hey, I feel you, Sister Hazel Woods. And you know what? That's another reason, too, why I be coming on here, too. See, there's so many reasons why the Most High be pulling me to, to come live as often as I do. Because I think about like what Sister Hazel Woods says. I know that many of us are alone out here. And many of us are alone, and many of us feel alone. The majority of people that we know, they don't want to hear this kind of talk. In fact, they get angry and pissed off at this kind of talk. So for many of us, the only time and the only place where we can talk freely and be ourselves is in an environment like this. And that I know that's part of the reason why the Most High has me going live as often as I do. Because we need this, y'all. I need this. Hazel Woods needs this. King David needs this. Melissa Israel needs this. J.R. Meadows needs this. And everybody else that comes on here on these lives, whether they comment or not. Brothers and sisters need this, y'all. We all do. Look, we can't survive without each other. We can't do it. King David says, I know that feeling, Hazel. Yeah, King David, I know you do. I know you do. I know that every one of us on this live chat right now knows that feeling, y'all. And that's why we always come on here and go live, so that we can pull a Malachi 3 and 16. 3 and 16 through 17. King David says, I got a few family, but they be busy. Only one I got is my granny. Hey, shout out to Granny. Shout out to Granny. I miss my grandmother. Shout out to Granny, King David. Hazelwood says, I just feel alone when we don't talk to each other. Hey, I feel you, Hazelwoods. I feel you. Because you know what? We part of that. We part of that remnant, y'all. We are part of that remnant. And you know what? The remnant cannot survive without each other. Do y'all get that feeling? Because I definitely get that feeling. But listen, Israel says, y'all willing, we can plan to meet up in person. I can't imagine being totally alone. Yeah, I definitely feel the same way. Definitely be feeling totally alone. Nobody, it seems like nobody in the world wants to worship the Most High and Him only. Everybody is always trying to sneak that other idol in there. Some way, somehow, they're going to sneak him in there. Hazelwood says, my family just straight up JC lovers. I'm just an outsider. Hey, Hazelwoods, I feel you. Because my whole family is JC lovers too, except for my sister. All praises to the Most High God. My sister, she was able to snap out of it. The Most High God, He snapped her out of it and He revealed Himself to her. And I'm so thankful for that. Because she was just like me. At first, I couldn't see it. I could not see it at first. And I wasn't able to see it until the Most High opened my eyes. And when I brought it to my sister at first, shout out to my sister, because she loves her brother. I was like, hey sis, what I'm going to tell you, it's going to sound wicked, but it's not. It's the truth. And I broke it down to her. And of course, she was like, huh? What? She was like, you sure you ain't getting something wrong, brother? Right? But I totally understood it. But all praises to the Most High God. In the Most High's time, He brought her on up out of that. So now she fully understands that this JC stuff is nonsense. And look, it's a miracle. It's a miracle that any of us can have that spell of JC broken. Because y'all know that JC stuff, that's straight up witchcraft, warlockism, and all that other stuff. I was so happy when my sister was able to see that, though. It did my heart joy. But the rest of my family, they love JC. King David says facts, like they be itching to be like, man, F that nigga, laugh out loud. Yeah, yo. Look, the spirit of JC is not a kind and loving spirit now. Even in the so-called New Testament tells you, JC says he didn't come to bring peace. He came to bring a sword and to put men at odds with their own household. Mother against daughter, father against son, and all kind of stuff. So he didn't come to bring peace now. He came to set people at odds against each other. That's what it said in the New Testament. Melissa Yisrael said, Hazel Woods, I've never been in your state. My Yah only sister and I love to travel. We can plan to come see you. Wouldn't that be awesome? Hazel Woods says, I told mine. They think it's a cult. Christianity got them bad, indoctrinated. Hey, yeah, you know what, Hazel Woods, you ain't lying. And the more and more and more you try to tell somebody about this whole JC thing, it's just like it's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years of perfected brainwashing where there's already built-in excuses to the slave psyche, which used to be built into my psyche. Only the Most High can clear that up. But it's almost like there's built-in excuses and built-in lies that the Israelites run to when you try to show them, because sometimes you start cutting off the escape route. When you start breaking down the idolatry and you start going over certain scriptures over and over and over, like, and it be speaking plain as day. And sometimes if you're looking at somebody in their eye when you're bringing these scriptures out, sometimes you can kind of tell when you did really slice the spiritual nerve and something might be clicking in there. Sometimes you can see it in their eyes. And sometimes you can see that, but then they just They still gotta push back because the programming and the lies, they can't deal with it because the brainwashing has been perfected and it's hit its mark. King David says, day of the Most High, Torah only gonna be the kids laughing and playing, and the idol worshipers gonna be the kid who said, because they know about to get a whooping during them school times, laugh out loud, getting in trouble. Hey, that's crazy, King David. Crazy but true. Hazel Woods. Hazel Woods says, I don't tell them anymore. They will see, but it's going to be too late then. Yeah, I know what you mean, Hazel Woods. And you know what? And that's the one thing that can really make you feel a certain kind of way. And you trying to warn people, you trying to tell people that you care about, that you love, and you trying to get them to understand the gravity and the seriousness of the situation. But I'm realizing more and more and more, if the Most High has not slated somebody's eyes to open up, we can bring out dynamite scriptures until we're blue in the face. They're not going to see it. They're going to defend it. And I look at it myself sometimes, I say, man, that's how I must have seemed to all the Most High only people who was trying to tell me, trying to defend that nonsense with the New Testament at that. And I remember I was sincerely looking into it. I was before, when I was still a Messianic, I was looking into it like, is this the right thing to do? I was doubling back to the Old Testament to make sure that quote unquote Yahweh Shai or Christ was actually in the Old Testament. And I remember I was still under the delusion. I was watching the IUIC video, and the name of that video was something along the lines of Christ in the Old Testament. And they was bringing out all these Christian scriptures in the Old Testament that they bend and twist. But at that time, I couldn't see the bend and the twist. I couldn't realize it, even though it was right in front of my face. But once the Most High hits that switch and he allows you to see, then you be asking yourself, how could I be so stupid? But it's the Most High who made us stupid, who made us not able to see. King David says, facts. I believe it's scripture. The Most High said he choose who he wants to see. No matter what we do, it won't work. We just a witness now, just warning. Yep. All facts, King David. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. The Most High has to be the one, because he's the one who blinded us. So since he's the one who blinded us, he's the one who has to give us our sight back. And he's doing it too. Hazel Woods says, my dad and I had words a few years ago arguing about it. He don't believe he the people. He think it's them fakes. Yeah, I know what you mean, King David. And most of the people in my family, they feel the same exact way. Most of the people in my family, they believe what the Catholics taught us. The Ish people are God's people, and God has an only begotten son, and he died for your sins. That's all Catholic stuff right there. And that's what most of our people are believing. It's crazy. That's why I say, whether you know it or not, whether you go to church or not, most people on planet Earth are Catholics, because most people do believe that somebody else is going to die for them. So that makes you a Catholic. The Catholic are the first ones to push that somebody else, another human being, is going to die for you. The Roman Catholic Church. Because the Most High God never told you that another man was going to die for you. The Most High God never said that. That's New Testament stuff. That's Roman stuff. That's idolatry is what it is. And because of that, this country is being destroyed. In case you guys uh, didn't know that had something to do with this, the daughter of Babylon being taken out, idolatry is a big part of it. And the worse it gets, people are going to call on the favorite idol more and more and more. And there probably will be more footage of a slave in distress calling on the world's favorite idol only to get snuffed out right on camera. There probably will be more videos coming in the near future, just like that. Just like that. Whether it's a hurricane or a tornado ripping down your house, and somebody going live doing a live tornado, calling on the favorite idol, and then they'll just mess around and get taken away suddenly in the Most High's wrath and anger, calling on the idol. Gonna get the whole roof of the house snatched off, and you're gonna get taken away with it. Or maybe you'll be surrounded by illegal alien migrants, flesh-eating illegal alien migrants. And right before they put the bite down on you, you're gonna call out to the world's favorite idol, and it's gonna be on camera. And then those illegal aliens are going to rip you to smithereens right on camera, right after you call on the world's favorite idol. Your idols getting put to shame. And everybody who put their trust in idols, you're going to be viciously, brutally maimed and or killed and put to shame forevermore for holding fast to an idol instead of clinging to the Most High God. This is not a game. All these videos that I'm doing, these videos should be considered warnings. Even I might not mention the word warning every single video, but for the most part, just go and just view this whole library of videos as warnings. Because that's what time it is. And you better not be out here celebrating Halloween. You should never be celebrating Halloween, but especially this year. Okay? You a damn fool if you come out here putting on a damn mask, rolling around celebrating a wicked ass demonic satanic holiday. Okay? Because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Number one, I've known for years. Niggas in the hood have known for years. Halloween is a dark, evil, grimy night. Niggas be doing robberies. Niggas be doing drive-bys, shootings, killings. Because you're allowed to wear a mask. Okay? So nobody knows who it is doing whatever this heinous crime is. Then you think about this. Since you're in America, and America has already been invaded with tens and tens and tens of millions of illegal immigrant killers. You think they don't know it's Halloween coming? These people are professional savages. You think these niggas don't know? All they got to do is throw on a Mickey Mouse mask on Halloween, and they can come out here and cut somebody's damn throat wearing a Mickey Mouse mask. And you're going to ask yourself, how the hell did you get caught up like this? Because you were out celebrating a demonic and a satanic holiday. And the illegal immigrant aliens are right out there with you too. And they wearing a mask too. Might have on a Peter Pan mask, a Michael Jordan mask. Maybe somebody will be wearing a LeBron James mask on Halloween as he does a home invasion. And you're gonna wonder why this is happening to you. Well, maybe it's because you out here celebrating Halloween. Did you ever think about that? You're in those times, Hebrew. If you don't want to keep the commandments, you're going to die. Get that through your thick Hebrew skull, Negro. Thick Hebrew skull before you get your skull removed from your body. You go out there and play around on Halloween if you want, and one of these illegal immigrant invaders kidnaps you and abducts you, takes you somewhere, and takes liberty with you, if you know what I mean. You're gonna be surrounded by illegal aliens, and they all gonna have on masks. And these people are brutal, vicious. What do you think they're gonna do to you? Have you not noticed a pattern with these illegal immigrants? They rape you and then they kill you. Or did you not know that? Are you so dumb and stupid that all you doing is texting on your phone? Are you such an idiot that all you do is watch reality TV shows, not even knowing you go out there this Halloween if you want to? You go out there on Halloween if you want to. When the country's crawling with millions and millions and millions of savages, American savages and illegal alien savages. And they all gonna be masked up. You think the Most High not gonna judge you? Cause you with it out there. If you go out there on Halloween with that mask on, tricking and treating, doing all that bullshit, guess what? Don't be surprised if something crazy happened to you while you out there. We in them times right now. You're living in a third world Spanish country, Hebrew. I'm trying to help somebody get this picture. Hazel Woods puts the warning emoji. King David says, be last thing I will want to call on Hurricane. Thought you survived and be like, thank you, JC. In your flooded house, an alligator pull you down just because of what you said. See? See, King David, this is the exact kind of stuff that we talking about. These kind of things are going to be happening to people. And maybe you would have survived that flood in your house, but you called out and said, JC, and so the Most High sent that alligator to snuff you out. How much more disrespect do you think the Most High is going to take, y'all? Hazelwood says, put it on your title from now on. Warning sign emoji. And you know what, Hazelwood? That might not be a bad idea. Because that's what these videos are. They're warnings. Even though I might not be saying it, Hazelwoods, I think you on to something, Hazelwoods. Because it's definitely true. I'm trying to warn you guys. If you was thinking about celebrating Halloween this year, if you were on the fence, let this be the first year that you stop celebrating that wicked, demonic, satanic holiday. Because when you go out there and you dressing up as the devil, dressing up like a witch, a sorcerer, and then one of these American savages or one of these illegal alien savages lay hands on you and do God knows what to you. And you can't be surprised. You're actually supposed to expect people to be viciously, brutally maimed and killed on Halloween night because you're out celebrating an idol. You're worshiping Satan. You're supposed to be killed. Multiple people are supposed to be killed. And don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if all kind of rapes and killings go down this Halloween night. And the next day they find the bodies. Don't be surprised. Judgment from the Most High striking home. Can't make this up. And I hope that part is scaring you. I hope I am scaring somebody right now out of celebrating a satanic holiday. Better me scare you and scare you into following the Most High rather than the Most High having to have you viciously killed on Halloween night because you being dumb, stupid, and black out here. And that goes for you white people and Hispanics too. You can be dumb, stupid, and black too. Because there ain't no such thing as a black person. So when I'm calling you black, yeah, I'm insulting you. I'm saying that your intelligence is not that high. Anybody who will subscribe to a person being black or white, your intelligence has not been elevated. And to those of you who just didn't know that, I'm not knocking you. But to those of you out there who don't want to know no knowledge, you don't want to know no better, I'm knocking you. And you better wise up. And I'm gonna tell you one more again. You better not be out here celebrating Halloween. Or the Most High might send them goons after you. You can think it's a game if you want, till you get caught up. But get ready and prepare yourself as best as you can, Hebrew. King David says facts. And the way this world is, they gonna get them dude booty too. Just like they in prison, we in dark times. Hey, King David, you are not lying, bruh. You are not lying. And in fact, in the last 2 years, there have been multiple home invasions right here in America where not only did they rape the woman uh, in her vagina, in her butthole, one woman got raped orally. They were being so forceful, raping her mouth, that they literally ripped part of her mouth in half. Okay? And also multiple stories of men being tied up during home invasions and then being anally sodomized. Sometimes they used a chair layer, other times maybe a mop handle, and other times they were physically taking their pants off and having sex and raping the men as well. So, you guys, I hope you understand what times you're living in out here. I hope you understand what times you're living in out here. You better turn to the Most High like your life depends on it, because it does. And like King David says, these people will rape men too, and they like raping children too. Right now, I'm talking about the illegal aliens. They got a thing for raping children, and they rape. This is one thing they usually do. Once they rape a woman, especially outside, they kill that woman, whether she's older, younger, teenager, whatever. If these illegal aliens rape you outside, more than likely they are going to kill you. That's their MO. You guys should see how many raping slash killings have happened in the last 2 years. It will make your mind spin. The only thing that can protect you right now is the Most High, y'all. You got to turn to Him and Him only, or you will be a casualty. So prepare yourself as best you can for October the 1st. Keep that in mind. Keep your head on a swivel. Stay alert. And you better not be celebrating Halloween, Negro. Tav X, Hebrews, purity and becoming one. I'm out.